Yeah, Monster Mayhem actually failed us. Konami, I don't know how hard it is to design a set like this, but you had very clear winners that need to be in this set. So let's talk about the Sky Strikers not being in here. There's no Camellia, there's no Spectra, there's no Engage Zero. You have Duelist Advance right around the corner. Unless you have the full intent to be porting in 3 of the most wanted Sky Striker cards into that set, I don't know what you're doing. I refuse to just acknowledge the fact that, you know, you've done this same thing with the Evil Twins. The Evil Twins, we kind of had a feeling they weren't going to be in here because that's a marketing ploy if I've ever seen it. But you choosing to not put the Sky Striker stuff in here just absolutely hurts everybody in the long term, because now that means that, you know, we can't actually play Camellia, which really just frickin' sucks. I don't know what you really wanted us to be able to do, but the fact that we're not having that, I don't know. And this really sucks, because I really wanted to play Sky Striker for the NAWCQ. I really, really did. And realistically, I mean, the Link 1 could get ported into the set. We're looking at Duelist Advance, and we're just kind of assuming that, I don't know, man. I really don't know at this point. Because this should have been in here. There is no rhyme or reason for Konami to have not ported in the Sky Striker cards in here and go, hey, you know, we got plenty of Starlight slots, you know, we can toss 1 or 2 of these in here and you guys can be, you know, very, very happy. And everybody kind of walks around like, finally we got the missing Sky Striker cards, you know, this is great. No, that was not the case whatsoever. Instead, we get shafted because, you know, we're over here missing Sky Strikers, probably potentially biggest cards. No Dominuses. No Dominuses for you. No Dominuses for me. Not particularly happy about this one, if you want me to be honest with you. I think overall, for what we were kind of getting tossed here on the Dominus side of things, it made sense for Konami to not want to toss the Dominuses into this set and hold them for tin equity. Sure. But the problem is you chose to reprint things like Forbidden Droplet in this set. And you already know that people are looking at Forbidden Droplet and they're going, okay, like, why though? Why did you... I get droplets like $10, but like, you could have tossed a Dominus in here. You already reprinted all the Lordly Load stuff in here. Had you tossed Dominus Purge in here, then you would have truly made the Blue Eyes experience, you know, way better. And God knows if you print the thing as a secret rare in the set, again, like you did with the Lordly Load stuff, then you would have been able to have them be, you know, at least started the process to making them cheaper. You could have tossed them in as an Ultra in the tins this year and you would have been able to do fine, but no. And that's what sucks about this set is we look at the set and we're like, okay, this is going to have tournament ready reprints in it. No, it didn't actually. You didn't even get the fact to get to those reprints. Konami just said no to the Dominuses, which I don't know what you were expecting. I guess we should have, I guess, expected that. But you know what, Konami? I'm disappointed. I really am. I hoped for the best out of this set, and you know, it just turned out that way. Now, with that being said, maybe just maybe we could see something a little bit better, but I don't know. Now, no Mall Charming. No Mall Charming. They broke the pattern, everybody. And I'm really freaking mad about this because you should have reprinted. Why did you reprint for 3 sides, or it should have been 3 side sets in a row? Why did we go, all right, cool, we're going to print Perulia in one set. We're going to go ahead and do Fuawas. Why did we hold back on Meows out of this set? I don't get that at all. Meows 100% should have been in here. You wanted all 3 Malcharmies to be reprinted in time for the NAWCQ season. You wanted everybody to have this, but it just feels like we once again come back to that tournament, you know, ready reprints, which has been what all these battle sets have been. And they just didn't print the Mulcharmy in here, which is just a giant middle finger to the competitive community. Because now you're going to have to, guess what? You ready for that Mulcharmy price? Did you guys see it? Did you guys see it go even further beyond out here? That's called the consequences of your actions. So this now confirms essentially that we're going to have to wait for whatever Mulcharmy reprint. We are going to have to wait and see until tins this year, which is a very, very long time away out here to be thinking about, because one of these Charmies one's going to be ready for the national season, or at least, you were hoping for the Mulcharmy Meows you could toss from. And now the question is, all right, so Starlight print of Mulcharmy Meows? What are we going to do with this, man? It doesn't make sense for Konami to be tossing around and juggling the rarities that we are right now. And I don't know. I was really hoping for cheaper Meows for the NAWCQ season, just to make the Malice matchup a little bit more tolerable. But, here we are yet again in this awkward position where we're not actually going to have these tools to do so. Oh boy. Where's my Fiendsmith Tract? Where's my Lacrima? What was the point of reprinting Engraver when you didn't bring the rest of the tools? Oh boy, we got a Starlight Neckwequip. Oh boy, here you guys go. You guys wanted an upgrade to your Neckwequip. Why? I am so frustrated with this one personally, because Tract or Lacrima, one of the two of them should have been in here. It didn't make any sense. We had the pattern established. Konami said, hey, here's the Engraver reprint. Go ahead and do this. Now we can go ahead and we can print the next thing. No, they dodged. They are really pumping up that tin equity this year. They're like, hey, if you guys want to play Fiendsmith anything, boom, you're going to have to go buy tins. If you want to have the opportunity to, look at any of the other potential product going forward, boom, tins. You're going to have to go shell out for this. And now for the rest of the NAWCQ season, if you're going to approach to play anything with this, Lacrimas and it's just, tracks are going to go up even further now. I cannot imagine that the knee-jerk reaction that's going to appear to this over time. I guess the good thing is with Mitsu Rizel running around as the best deck right now, it does kind of put that pressure down on these cards and forces them not to be so crazily high on the market, which typically is a good thing, as long as, if the best deck is bullying these other decks and keeping them in check, well, that should hypothetically be helping out the price point. So I guess there's an absolute W in that mentality, is, as long as Fiendsmith is not the best deck, then, you're going to see things kind of fluctuating around and kind of be repositioning themselves a little bit better. So the things to think about out here for 500, maybe Tract won't go too crazy, but I can't imagine otherwise. No Kashtira, no Bystials, no Chaos Angel. What in the actual crap are we doing here, Konami? You called it Monster Mayhem. Chaos Angel should have been in this set. Kashtira cards have been one of the most requested Starlight rarity upgrades that we have had out here. But for whatever reason, we just do not have these. They've refused to print them, and I'm giving up. I'm giving up on getting Kashtira reprints into cheaper circulation out here, everybody. I really am. I don't know what to tell people at this point in time. I'm more disappointed than anything that we don't have Starlight Chaos Angel, because, that card would have looked absolutely gorgeous. But we just are not getting it at this point. Not getting any rarity upgrades for the Bystials at this point in time. It's time to give up, everybody. Enjoy spending your $20+ on your Fen rares for ultimate rares, just to say that, you did get an established higher rarity, because Konami sure as shit doesn't give a crap about these cards at this point. It's very, very apparent at this point. So I've given up. I mean, this set, any one of these points would have made the set better, but they chose to make the set dog shit. So, now everybody else is just going to look at the set, and Konami's going to wonder, wow, why is this set so bad? Golly gee, I wonder, Mr. Konami, why was Battles of Legend Mayhem such a poorly received product? I don't know. Maybe all of these points. I don't know. I'm glad I don't work for you.
Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.